Hi there, so today we are going to learn about how to make patterns. So let's start with the coding part. The language that I'm using right now is C. You can use any language, it just logic matters, not the language, because in pattern just syntax changes. So these are the header files, the clear screen and get ch to hold the screen. So let's start with the pattern part. It's kind of a note that every time we are working with a pattern, just do it for n number of time, not for 5 or 6 or any number of time, because when you completed the pattern, the other one can ask you to add or remove one line or to make it for n line. So better to make it for n number of times. So let's just do it. Just take the input from the user and then scanf %d end of n. Okay, so just declare it int I for loop variables and all. Okay, so let's start with the pattern thing. So here there are few things that can be implied. So just remember that the number of lines is equals to the number of times your outer loop executed. The number of times your outer loop executed. So here the number of lines is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So your outer loop must be executed 6 times. Here in this case it's n. So for I equals to 0, since it's from 0, we need to give I lesser than n and then I plus plus. Okay, so your number of lines is your counter, how much time your outer loop would execute it. For inner loop, the number of elements are something that is matters. So for inner loop, remember that the number of elements in each line is the number of time your inner loop should compile or run, we can say run. Yeah, so in first line it's 1, in second line it's 2, in third line it's 3, in fourth line it's 4. So in this pattern, the number of times your inner loop should run is equal to the nth line. So it implies that from j equals to 0, j start or equal to, as for first line it should be executed just once. So for first line your I would be 0, so your j would be from 0 to 0, j plus plus. Okay, you can also use from 1 here, 1 to n lesser than or equal to n, but well, the thing which I prefer is 0, because when we are working with the array, start from 0, and when you will go ahead in patterns you will use array too. So okay, so once you have completed both the arrays, so you will get this pattern. Just print it, printf star. Okay, okay, done. Here I lesser than or equal to I. Okay, so there is one mistake over here, I must say, but let's learn what it is. Okay, here all the outputs are printed in a single line because we haven't printed the new line character. So every time your inner loop completes and you wanted to go to the new line, just print new line and out of the inner array. So it must be like after completing the inner array and before your outer loop completed. It's not the array loop, sorry. Okay, so let's just execute this file. Have I done any mistake with the brackets? Yeah, I forgot to mention semicolon, nothing else. Done. So once you're done with the first pattern, let's start with the second. In second, the pattern remains the same, but just the value of element changes. So here the value of elements are 1 2 2 3 3 3. So in every line the value of element is same. So you need to just think of these two things remain same as the pattern remains same, just element, the value of element changes. So the value of element in every line is different, but in the line the value of elements are same, that is 1 2 2 3 3 3. So just think that which value remains the same at this place. So you can see that the j constantly changes, but your I remains the same. So it could be like your I remains the same. So for I, just for first line I would be 0, you need to print 1, so it would be like I plus 1. For second line it would be I would be 0, I would be 1, sorry, and you need to print 2, so that is 1 plus 1. In third line your I would be 2 and you need to print 3, so it says you that I plus 1. Okay, just compile it. Okay, done. Now come up with the third one. Here in every line your value is 1 1 2 1 2 3 and carry on, so it is changing in every line with every element. So at here you need to think of value that differs, so that is j, so you need to think that is this must be something related to j. So for first line your j would be 0 and your element needed to be print is 1, so it would be 1 j plus 1. In second line your j would be 0 and 1, as the I is 1, your j would be 0 for first element and 1 for second. So it's like 0 and 1, so you need to and you wanted to print is 1 and 2, so it's like j plus 1 again. For third line your j would be 0 1 and 2 and you need to print 1 2 and 3, so it says that you need to do j plus 1. Okay, done. Every time we are working with the patterns, we used to think that the string or the characters are quite different, but so let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about that. But according to me, characters are not different, because characters have got some ASCII value, and you can do things with means you can, the ASCII values are as same as the integers, we can say that. So just deal with the characters the way you are dealing with the integers and all. So let's say variable name is ch and it's equal to a. In this pattern you can see that the b would be a plus 1, the c would be a plus 2. It's ASCII value. You can say that a plus 1 gives you b, a plus 2 gives you c. So in this pattern you can see that a plus 1 in second line, a plus 1 and a plus 2, similarly a plus 1, a plus 2, and that is a plus 3. So it's like a and then a plus 1, a plus 2, a plus 3 in every line. So it's like the j would be there, but you need to write just ch for first line, you don't need anything, that is ch plus 0. In second line you need ch plus 0 for first element, ch plus 1 for second element, so it's ch plus j. Okay, there is one thing that I forgot, and that is it's not integer, we need to print in the character form, so you just change %c from %p. Okay, so how it's done. So it was like basic to the pattern. We will I'll explain you some complex pattern in next videos, so just stay tuned. Hopefully you enjoyed. And patterns are something important because it's asked in many entrance exams or at many interviews and all. The reason behind that, they think that pattern is something logical part and you should know how to make it, and according to me too, just the patterns are something logical part and you should know how to create it. So stay tuned here, learn how to make some complicated patterns too, so I'll explain it to you in a further video. So just try new patterns by your own, and if you have any queries you can add these queries to my comment section. I'll try my best to reply all of them. So thank you so much for watching the video.